Hey guys, welcome back to another awesome time with me. I'm so glad that you can join me and that you can be here. I hope that you all have had an awesome week. This is Bella and this is Chloe. They're going to be joining us today. I've decided to leave the office for a while because being in lockdown and just staying in one space, it can really like affect your mind. So I just wanted it to be clear, open and beautiful. And today's video is not scripted, so I'm just going to read from my journal, and I really hope that it inspires you and it can help you in some way, because going through COVID, I think there's so much that I learned during the beginning of that, and I just want to share that with you, and I really hope this helps you. So I started therapy in 2020 and I think it was one of the best decisions of my life. I decided to do it not because I thought I had mental problems, but because I thought that I wanted to understand myself better and know myself better as a human being, and why I make the choices that I make and why I do the things that I do. And I think it was one of the best decisions I could have ever made for myself, and I really recommend it to anybody who's experienced anything traumatic in their life, as well as if you just want to get to know yourself on a deeper level. And it was completely terrifying at some points, because learning about yourself and why you do the things you do it's scary, because you would never have known that before unless you went to therapy. And it gives you an opportunity to work on yourself and just be a better human being in general. So today's video is 5 important things I learned during therapy, and I really hope this helps you. So number one is people who feel they're not good enough. And that could mean in a relationship, in a job, or even if you just don't feel good enough with yourself. And you learn this as a child, and you learn that your emotions and your accomplishments do not matter, that they are never good enough. And this was shown to you by your parents. Now, how to heal yourself from this? It's going back to those moments when you were a child and you were taught that your emotions were not valid. It's going back and loving yourself in those moments and telling yourself you are good enough. And that will help you. Truly, that will help you. Number 2 is every single trauma response comes from a past version of you that felt neglected, unseen, invalidated, and hurt. And that can stem from any past version of you. That could be your child, your teenager, your adult. And you need to, with this trauma response, you need to figure out where that stems from. What is the root cause of that? And why are you behaving in that manner? And how can you better it? It's so important, because you cannot approach any situation with a trauma response and expect a positive outcome. And once you identify those things and work on them, you heal, you grow, you move forward, and you just love yourself more. And you approach situations in a better way. So definitely find out what is your root cause of your trauma response. Number 3, the more you suppress your emotions, the more likely you are to have a panic attack. Emotions need to be released. Now, during therapy, I think this was a huge thing for me, because I constantly had panic attacks. I had panic attacks to the point where I could not move my body, my jaw was clenched, I couldn't breathe, and my heart would just race uncontrollably. And I could never understand why, until my therapist told me, she was like, you are a people pleaser. So you will suppress any kind of negative emotion that somebody does to you and try and make a positive situation out of it, which is not healthy and not good. So you need to figure out how to not allow that again and express your emotions in that moment. And there are many different ways that we can express our emotions. So for instance, you can journal, you can write, you can dance, you can do exercise. There are so many ways to express your emotions, but also not allowing people to treat you in a bad way. So that's the biggest thing for me, because I used to have panic attacks all the time, 24/7, every single day. I would feel it coming on, and it was the worst experience of my life. Now I have no panic attacks because I know myself now, and I know how to deal with my emotions now. And I think when I look back, I'm actually so grateful for that, because they used to rule my life completely. Okay, number 4 is your inner child needs you to heal. Beautiful one. You need to be the parent, the best friend, and the hero, because your inner child does not want to be treated as a patient. And wow, I think I never truly understood how much my inner child needed love until I did therapy, because I was so hurt on so many levels as a child, and healing yourself from that is so difficult, because you have to relive moments in your mind, and you have to go back and love your inner child as the parent, as the best friend, and as the hero. And it was so weird to me in the beginning, and I kept telling my therapist, like, this is not normal, and she was like, no, trust me, this is how you heal. And wow, it actually did wonders. So anything that traumatized you as a child, or any bad memory that you have, you can go back to that person, go back to yourself, and love yourself in that moment as who you are now. You are the friend, the parent, and the hero. And I think it's beautiful when you can do that and you can heal yourself in that way. So don't forget to check in with your inner child daily. Also, don't make it so serious. You can have fun with your inner child. Like, one thing for me is I always enjoy having fun with my inner child. I often am a child myself, because when I grew up, I kind of had to be a mother figure to my sister. So I never really got to experience a true youthful life as a child. And now, almost being 30, now I still embrace those moments and I enjoy them. And I don't think I will ever stop enjoying them. So number 5 is boundaries are important. They help you protect your energy and protect your peace. So you need to learn to communicate your boundaries. Part of your healing journey is preserving your heart. Boundaries are so important when you are a people pleaser, because you've just learned to please people your whole life because you wouldn't want a negative outcome on any situation. So set up boundaries. Don't let people treat you in a negative way. Identify where you can set up boundaries and stick to them. I think that's also part of holding yourself accountable, is sticking to the boundaries that you have made for yourself. And sure, it's difficult. It's really difficult when you are setting boundaries, but it's worth it, because not only do you build up strength, but you build up resilience as well, and you then become nobody's doormat to walk over. So definitely, like, loving yourself is so amazing, but also protecting yourself and preserving your heart is also a really, really good thing. So yeah, those are the 5 things that therapy taught me. And I think doing therapy was the best thing of my life. I know I've said this before, but it's life-changing, and I think it can be life-changing for anybody who does try therapy. So yeah, I hope that this has inspired you in some way or helped you. I really always try to make my videos not always inspiring, but very truthful and from the heart, because I know that there are a lot of people that go through the same thing as what I do, and sometimes we're not able to express our emotions properly. And I really hope that in this week you can use one of these things, and you can work on it and you can better yourself, because part of the healing journey is bettering ourselves every single day and becoming a better version of who we were yesterday. Thanks so much, guys. If you have watched until the end of this video, I really do hope you can like and subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. And I hope that you guys have an awesome week ahead. It was so awesome chatting with you, and I will see you next week.